This is gonna sound really cheesy, but just like knowing that if this were the rest of your life right now when you're with them, you would be perfectly happy with that.
To me, music geek and computer geek and all that stuff you can be a normal person, normal, and still be considered part of those geekdoms.
Why do you love your geek?
We're comfortable and we're both geeky and we're both okay with being geeky, so there's no trying too hard.
Why does he love you?
Because I'm pretty. Luke was looking around on Facebook. He was bored, so he decided he was going to friend everyone that was in U of I and fans of Stargate Atlantis. 2 guys and me. I was the only one that kept it up, and a year later, we finally met in person. We went and saw G.I. Joe, which I was interested in mainly because the bad guy was the 9th Doctor in Doctor Who. Last Halloween, we were both bored, and we had no reason to dress up, but he had this brilliant idea that he wanted to wear a bow tie, therefore be the 11th Doctor. So he dressed up as the 11th Doctor, found the whole kit and ensemble. I dyed my hair red and attempted to become Amy Pond, which didn't work as well. And we walked around campus, and I think maybe 3 people understood who we were. One of them was in the video game store, and he asked to take a picture. And I think that was easily the best part of the night. We can make bizarre references that no one else has any clue what's going on, and we can laugh about it. Seeing a salt shaker and saying exterminate, etc. Or just every single shirt that we wear. It was the first time that I realized that our nerdisms clicked together. He was fixing our family computers. He's a computer geek more than I am, and like at all. And he was fixing it, and he looked up at the tables. He needed one of the tools up there, and he didn't say anything. I grabbed the tool, gave it to him, and we moved on. So definitely no vocal communication. We just knew what each other was thinking. When people ask us to describe our relationship, I tell them that for the first 2 months we were dating, our dates consisted mostly of us sitting on his bed watching the entire series of Battlestar Galactica. And that pretty much sums it up.
The way that he asked me out, it's really cute because he asked me out on Valentine's Day, but then the way that he asked me out was, hey, you're dating a skinny white boy now. I was just kind of like, yes. So then we met, and like, as sappy as it sounds, it was kind of that like, we couldn't stop staring at each other because we had never known each other before. And like, I think I kept staring at him because he kept staring at me. I was like, who is this? Why is he staring at me? And he said he was staring at me because I'm cute. So that works for me. The whole group of friends that was like, that were at the same house, we all went to a state park called Pere Marquette and went hiking. And I was really cold, so I sat on him. So there was that. We have really similar interests, and like I'm perfectly, like before I started playing WoW, which was only last summer, I would sit there and like watch him raid and be perfectly okay with that. We tend to yell like WoW quotes at each other. His favorite one is "You are not prepared," which makes me giggle every time I hear it. And then I'll go off on some random like WoW like Arthas tangent, and yesterday we got into an argument of I want to name our kid Arthas if we ever had kids. He's like, no WoW names for our kids. You focus on that one thing, but then like your geek love partner is like, oh yeah, that's really cool too, but they have their own thing.
Understand each other, we don't have to be ourselves. The fact that it's geek or geek love is just, that's what we have in common. So I think that's just love in general.
It's like if you took a normal relationship and just filled everything with geek.
Nerd is such a normal part of our relationship, you don't really single out, oh, we're being really nerdy now, because we're kind of always nerdy.